Hi students. So in this session I am going to explain about types of variables. Okay, it's types of variables. Right. We know what is variable. So variable is the name of the memory location which is used to store different data values. Okay. A variable can hold only single value at a time, but it can change the values during the program execution time. So here there are two main things which are used to write a program. So what are the main things to write a program? One is variables and the other one is functions. Right? Now I will discuss about types of variables. So here variables can be divided. Variables can be classified into two types. So one is local variables, next global variables. Okay, so there are two types of variables, local variables and the other one is global variables. For suppose int x. Okay, so in this example int is the data type, x is a variable and x variable is declared as int type, right? That means this x variable can hold only integers. Okay, right. Now we will see local variables. So what is meant by local variable? So the variables which are declared within the function or inside the function are called local variables. Okay, so the variables which are declared within the function within or inside. Okay, the variables which are declared within or inside the function, so that are called local variables. So clear? The variables which are declared within the function or inside the function, then that variables are said to be local variables. Okay. Next, global variables. The variables that are declared outside the main function, outside the main function. Okay, the variables that are declared outside the main function means above main function, so those variables are called global variables. Clear? So the variables which are declared within the function are said to be local variables, and the variables which are declared outside the function, okay, outside the main function or above the main function. So those variables are called as global variables. Okay. Right. So here we will see one program. Example. So program to demonstrate local variables. Right, link section. Link section contains header files. Okay. So standard input output header file and console input output header file. Okay. So in my program I am going to use printf scanf function, and also I am going to use CLR SCR and getCH function. Okay. So whenever you are using printf scanf functions in your program, we should include stdio header file, and whenever we are using CLR SCR and getCH functions, here we should use conio header file, because of these functions are available in header files. Okay, printf scanf functions are available in stdio header file. CLR SCR getCH functions are available in conio header file. Okay, so link section completed. Next, link section contains what? Header files. Next, here after link section, next section global declaration section. So in my program, so I don't want to declare any global variables. Okay. Right. Next, main function section. So C program is a collection of functions. In that, one function is main function. So every C program must have main function. Okay. So opening brace and closing brace. Right. Right. So in this program, I want to create one user defined function. Okay. So user defined function has three elements: function declaration, function call, function definition. Right. So every function must be declared. Every function must be declared before that is used in a program. Okay. Right. So here I am declaring one function. Okay. I am declaring function. So function name is display. Function name is display. Okay. So this function cannot take any arguments. Okay. So here argument list is void. Void means what? No parameters to declare. Okay. So no arguments and no return value. Okay, this function cannot take any arguments from calling function, cannot return any value to calling function. Okay, so void is the return type. It does not return any value from called function to calling function. Okay, right. Function declaration end with a semicolon. Right. Function declaration completed. Next to main function. Okay. So in main function, I am writing CLR SCR function to clear the output screen. Okay. So before CLR SCR function, in main function I want to declare one variable. Data type int, variable name is x, and I am assigning value to this variable. Okay. So here equal is the assignment operator which is used to assign right side value to left side variable. Okay. Right. So here 50 will be stored in x variable. Okay. So the x variable value is what? 50 here. Right. Next is CLR SCR function to clear the output screen. Right. So function declaration completed. Next function call. So before going to write function call statement, first I want to implement this function. Okay, I am implementing this function. Means I am writing definition of this function. Okay, okay, we write void, okay, return type, function name, display. Okay, so function declaration, this is function declaration. Okay, function declaration. Right? Next, this is function definition. Right. So here in main function I am declaring one variable x, and so here I am assigning 100 value 100 to x variable. Okay, right. After declaration statement I am trying to print a x value on the screen, printf. So I want to print x value on the screen. So here data type x is declared as int type. So the format specifier of int is %d. Okay. So before value I want to display x is equals to. Okay. Within the format specifier, within the parenthesis, within the double quotes we have to specify format specifier, comma. So your variable name is x. Okay, then closing brace. So clear? Function definition completed. Next to function declaration. So here to execute, when this function will be executed, so whenever we are writing function call statement here, okay. So when we are calling this function, then only the statements in that function get executed. Okay. Now to execute this function, we have to write function call statement. So here this is a user defined function. User defined functions are called from main function. Okay, I am writing function call. Okay, so a function can be called by using function name followed by list of parameters enclosed within the parenthesis, end with a semicolon. Okay, so here no need to pass any arguments, no need to pass any values as arguments. Okay, so because of this function cannot take arguments and cannot return value. So here this is function call, right? After function call statement, then I want to print x value on the screen. X is equal to %d, comma x. Okay. Here I am writing \n to move the cursor to the next new line. Okay. Next one, get ch function. Right. So here, if you observe this program, so how many functions are there? Two functions. One is main function. So in this program, it contains two functions, main function and display function. Okay. So in main function, we declared one variable x. In display function also, we declared one variable x. Okay. So here for main function, x variable value is 50. For display function, x variable value is 100. Okay. So here in this program, the both variables, okay. So x, these two variables are called as local variables. Okay. So as I said before, local variables, the variables which are declared within the function or inside the function are called local variables. Okay. So here in this program, x variable is declared in main function. That's why x is a local variable. Here in this function also we have x variable. Okay, so this x variable is declared in which function? Display function. And here x, this variable is also a local variable. Okay, here x is also a local variable. Okay, and here we have to understand scope of local variables. Okay, so scope of variable determines up to a region of the program that variable is available. Okay, so scope. What is the scope of local variables? The scope of local variables is limited to the function only. The scope of local variables is limited to the function only. Okay, in which we declared. That means, so we can access, here x is a local variable. What is the scope of x variable? First, before we discuss about scope of this variable, in which function we declared x variable? In main function. Okay, so here local variable scope is limited to the function only. That means we can access x variable, we can use x variable only within the main function. We can use this x variable only within the main function. Okay, we cannot use this x variable, nothing but main function x variable in any other function. Okay, no? So clear? Same as here x variable scope is what? Limited to the function only. That means we can use this x variable only within the display function. Okay, clear? So local variable scope is limited to the function only. Right. So if we execute this program, so every program execution starts from, every C program execution starts from main function, and execution control execute the statements. Okay, so why we are calling display function in main function? Because of program execution starts from main function only. Okay, no? Right. So C compiler executes main function. C compiler executes main function. Okay. So right, first statement executes. After executing first statement, then execution control is transferred to next following statement, that is CLR SCR statement, CLR SCR function. It will clear the output screen, console screen, black screen. Okay. Next, execution control executes display function. Function call. Okay. So as I already said, whenever execution control encounters display function or function call, okay, not display function, whenever execution control encounters function call statement, then execution control is directly transferred to function definition. Okay, execution control is directly transferred to function definition, and all the statements in that function definition will be executed. Okay, so once all the statements execution is completed, again execution control is transferred to function, execution control is transferred to main program. So clear? Okay. So here whenever execution control encounters function call, execution control is transferred to function definition. Right. Here all the statements get executed. So here printf statement. Printf statement prints x value on the screen. Okay. So x value means display function x value. Okay. X value means what here? Display function x value. Okay. Right. So first x value will be printed. Okay, na? So here x value is what? 100. So x value will be printed on the screen. X is equals to 100. Listen. For display function, x value is 100. So x is a local variable of display function, and this x variable can use. Okay, we can use this x variable only within the function. Same here also. For main function x value is 50. X is a local variable of main function. So we can use x variable only within the main function. Okay. So we can't use this x variable in display function, same as we can't use local variable of display function in main function, because of the scope is limited to the function only. Okay. Right. Okay. X value printed on the screen. Okay. Next, after executing all the statements, then execution control is returned to main program. Okay. Now printf statement. Okay. Main function printf statement will be executed. So this printf statement prints x value on the screen. X value means a main function local variable. Okay. So here 50. X value is 50. So x is equal to 50 will be printed on the screen. Okay. Right. Next, after executing this statement, next statement get executed, get ch. So get ch will hold the output until the user can press any key on the keyboard. Okay. So the program execution completed. Okay. Clear? So this is about local variables. Okay. So once again I am repeating. So in this program there are two functions, main function, display function. So for main function x value is 50. So x variable is declared in main function. That's why x is a local variable of main function. And this x variable can be used only within the main function. Okay. Next, for display function x value is 100. X is also, so here in this example, so in this function x variable is declared. Okay. So x variable is local variable of display function, and this variable can be used, can be accessed only within the display function. So clear? So local variable means the variables which are declared within the function are called local variables. So x is a local variable of main function. Here x is a local variable of display function. And the scope of local variable is limited to the function only. The scope of local variable is limited to the function only. Okay. That means we can use local variables only within the function in which they are declared. Okay. So that is about local variables. Next, we will move to global variables. Okay. Right. So global variables. So global variables are the variables which are declared outside the function or above the main function. Okay. Right. We'll see one program.